Okay, so in the last lecture, we are talking about the error correction technique in which we have started with the Hamming code. Okay, so Hamming code is a technique that is used for the single bit error correction. Okay, and for that, how it is going to be work. So for that, we have seen the algorithm, and also we have seen one example that how these Hamming code techniques are going to be work. Okay. So in this lecture, okay, we are talking about the next responsibility of the data link layer, that is the framing. Okay, so if you are not clear about the Hamming code, I suggest that you perform this example. Okay, that is the you have given some data and you have calculated the value of R1, R2, R4, and R8, and at the receiving side you need to detect that which bit is going to be changed. Okay, so I will share this PPT maybe today, and try to perform this example in your notebook so you can have an idea that how these Hamming codes are actually going to be worked. Okay. Next thing is we need to talk about the second responsibility of the data link layer, that is known as the framing. Okay, so we know that the data link layer has the various responsibilities. One is the framing, or we can say that framing or packetizing, then flow control, error control, addressing, and access control. Okay, so up till now we have discussed about the error control technique. Now the next responsibility of this data link layer is framing. Okay, so we can say that data link layer is majorly responsible for node to node communication, or we can say that hope to hope communication, and we are not worried about that the link between these two node is dedicated link or broadcast link. Okay, so we are not worrying whether our link is used for one-to-one communication or whether we are using the broadcast link. Okay, but this data link layer is mainly responsible for hope-to-hope communication, or we can say that node-to-node communication. And for that, we are using one protocol whose name is ARP. Okay, so that we will see soon. Okay, that how these ARP protocols are going to be work. You can have an idea that in the second practical you have learned the functionalities of the ERP, in which you can see that ERP is works like the broadcasting. Okay, in which the your ERP request is broadcast to the every nodes, and the node having the matching destination address will reply his MAC address, and based on that the every communications are going to be happen. Okay, so we will again see that ERP protocol. Okay, but currently we can say that data link layer is merely responsible for hope to hope communication, and for that we are using the MAC address. And the data link layer functionalities include the framing and flow and error control. Okay, so up till now we have seen the error control. Now we'll see the framing, and then after the flow control, then after addressing, and then after the access control. Okay. So what is the meaning of framing? So data link layer needs to pack bits into the frame so that each frame is distinguishable from another. Okay. So તમારા network layer પરથી જે કંઈ પણ packet આવે છે, okay, we need to pack this packet. We need to pack this packet and create the frame. Okay, so we can say that each frame is distinguishable from another. Okay, so we can here we need to create the frames. Okay, so the frames can be, just wait a minute. Okay. So the data link layer needs to pack bits into the frame so that each frame is distinguishable from another. Okay, so I don't know what the problem is happening. Just wait a minute. Who is number 40? Number 40. Number 40, reply.
Sir, left है.
Huh? Left છે તો આ કઈ રીતે join થયો છે આ? Okay, so I'm taking the screenshot, and I need to talk to the higher authorities. Here the strict instruction એવું કંઈ પણ થાય. ઓકે, સો આઈ હેવ તો એનું સોલ્યુશન લાવવાનું છે. ઓકે, એકચ્યુઅલી તમને નીરજ સરે મીટિંગમાં તે દિવસે જ કીધેલું છે કે આવું કંઈ પણ થશે તો એના માટે સ્ટ્રિક્ટ એક્શન લેવામાં આવશે. ઓકે, સો ઇટ મે પોસિબલ ધેટ નંબર 40 is not present still is join અને પછી ચેટિંગ પણ કરે છે. ઓકે, સો આ કઈ રીતે પ્રોબ્લેમ થયો છે તો એનું સોલ્યુશન I need to talk with the higher authorities. Okay. Just wait a minute. I will share you the screen. Okay, so we are talking about the framing technique. Okay, so we can say that network layer પરથી તમારું જે કંઈ પણ પેકેટ આવતો હોય that we need to divide it into the frames. Okay, that means the packets are added with the header and tailor parts, and by that way from the multiple packets are combined to create the frames. Okay, so we can relate this example with our postal system. Okay, so જ્યારે કોઈ પોસ્ટ ઓફિસમાં ઘણા બધા લેટર આવે so at that time what they will do તો પહેલા તો એક લેટર લે તેને એન્વેલોપની અંદર મૂકે and on the envelope they are providing the source. We can say that to and from details are mentioned on this envelope. Same thing is happening with the frame. Okay, જ્યારે તમારું નેટવર્ક લેયર પરથી કંઈ પણ પેકેટ આવે then our task is we need to embed that packet into the frames, and then we need to mention the source address and destination address. So here we are using the MAC address. So in the source address we are giving the sender MAC address, and in the destination address we are providing the receiver MAC address. Okay, so by that way we can correlate this example with our postal system, in which we can create the letter and putting that letter into the envelope and then writing some information on the envelope. The same thing is happened with the framing technique, that we have received the message from the network layer and then we are providing the source address and destination address. Okay, so this is known as the framing. So what can be the problem? So you can have a question that it may possible that if the whole message comes from the network layer, you can create the single frame. Okay? For example, તમારો 1000 લાઈનનો એક કોડ છે. ઓકે, 1000 લાઈનનો એક મેસેજ છે. That whole message you can embed in the single frame. Okay, but what is the need of dividing that message into the various frames? Okay, so one reason is the frame can be very large and it will make the flow and error control very inefficient. Okay, so for example, let's say if you are performing some mail communication, તમે 1000 લાઈનનો એક મેલ તમે લખ્યો છે કે તમારા મેલમાં as an attachment you are sending some whole file or large file. Okay, so that it may possible that the whatever you are sending that can be the very large. Okay, so it is not convenient to fill this whole data into the single frame. Okay, what is the reason? The reason is it will make the flow and error control very inefficient. So when a message is carried in one very large frame, even a single bit error would require the retransmission of the whole frame. Okay, so we have seen that in the error control technique, whenever the receiver will find the error in the received data, it will inform the sender to retransmit that frame again. Okay, so it may possible that if you have created the one large frame that is consist of, let's say, 1000 or 10,000 bits, and if there is a single bit error in that 1000 bit frame, then the sender had to retransmit that frame again. Okay, so it may possible that our error control will be very time consuming, or it may possible that if that whole frame is going to be lost, then sender had to retransmit that frame again. Okay. Same way, when a message is divided into smaller frames, a single bit error affects only that small frame. Okay, so rather than sending that 1000 bit frame, so our task we can divide that 1000 bit frame into the, let's say, 10 frames of size 100 bit. Okay, and suppose આપણી પાંચમી ફ્રેમમાં કઈ પ્રોબ્લેમ આવે છે, then we need to retransmit only that fifth frame. We don't need to retransmit the whole 10 frames. Okay, so that is the advantage of dividing that packet into the various frames. Okay, so it makes the flow control and error control very efficient. So you can have a question that what can be the size of the frame. So frames can be of fixed size or variable size. In fixed size framing, there is no need for defining the boundaries of the frames. The size itself can be used as a delimiter. Okay, so in the fixed size framing, we have the predefined size of the frame. Let's say we have defined that the size of the frame should be 32 bit. Okay, so in that case, we can say that when first 32 bit receiver can consider as the first frame, second 32 bit can be considered as the second frame, like that. So in the fixed size framing, there is no need to define the boundaries of the frame. The frame itself indicate the starting and ending of the frame. But when we have variable size framing, okay, when we have variable size framing in which there is no boundaries that when the frames is going to be start or when the frames is going to be end, we record the thing that will indicate that this is the start of the frame and this is the end of the frame. Okay, so for this variable size framing, there are two approaches were used. One is known as the character oriented approach, and second is known as the bit oriented approach. Okay, now what is going to be happen in the character oriented approach? So you can see here that whenever some data is going to be received from the upper layer, it may possible that it has the variable number of characters. Okay, it has the variable number of characters. Okay, so using those variable number of characters, we are creating this data parts. This is, for example, if you are receiving that 5 characters, HE 6 character like the hello from the network layer. So using that hello, you can create this data frames that for H you have the one frame, then for E you have the second frame, for L you have the third frame, like that. Okay, and the second task is you need to add this header and trailer part. In the header part, you need to include this source address and destination MAC address, and in the trailer part, you need to add this flow control and error control information. Like if you are following the CRC for this error control, then you need to include this divisor information as well as this CRC information in this trailer part. And the third thing that we need to perform is we need to indicate the beginning and ending of the frame. So for that, we require the flag. Okay, so flag can be any characters other than these different characters that we are using in the data parts. So you can use, for example, like our data is HLLO, then you can use like character Z. Z indicate the starting of the frame and Z indicate the ending of the frame. Okay, so this is known as the character oriented approach, in which everything is like the uniform of the characters. Okay, so for example, let's say if you are following that 8-bit ASCII format for the characters, in that case the size of this first frame is also 8-bit, 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 and also the header are also 8-bit, trailer is also 8-bit, and the flag is also size of the 8-bit. So data to be carried are 8-bit characters from a coding system such as ASCII. Okay, so the header, which normally carries the source and destination address and other control information, and the trailer, which carries the error detection redundant bits, are also multiples of 8-bit. Okay, so here આપણે જે character use કરીએ છીએ, that is also of size 8-bit. Then header are also multiple of 8-bit, and trailer are also multiple of 8-bit. Okay? That means we can say that everything is multiple of 8-bit. Then to separate one frame from the another, we require that 8-bit or 1 byte flag is added at the beginning and the end of the frame. So it is also known as the flag. Okay, so this flag indicates the beginning and ending of the frame. Okay, so that flag is also size of 8-bit. Okay, now what happens, suppose we are sending only that character information, then you can say that everything is in the multiple of 8-bit. જ્યારે આપણે character નો use કરતા હોય, at that time we know that characters are also multiple. For the character we are using the ASCII format, and to represent any character in ASCII we require the 8-bit. So in that case, if you are using only the character values, then your data is multiple of 8-bit. Okay, but the problem is when we are sending the another type of information such as the graphs, audio and video. Okay, જ્યારે આપણે graphs, audio કે video type information send કરતા હોય, at that time it may possible that whatever the flag that you have used for the beginning and ending of the frame, that flag might be appear in your data parts. Okay, for example, let's say અહીંયા તમે flag for example, if you are sending the HELLO, if you are sending the HELLO, and it may possible that જ્યારે તમે audio video કે પછી કઈ બીજી information send કરતા હોય, at that time it may possible that this flag will appear in your data parts. Okay, આ flag જ તમારો ડેટામાં appear થઈ જાય. For example, let's say કે તમે hello send કરો છો અને flag તરીકે તમે L નો use કર્યો છે. Okay, let's say not take that example. Suppose તમે PPSU send કરો છો અને flag તરીકે તમે S નો use કર્યો છે. તો રિસીવર બાજુ રિસીવરને જ્યારે પહેલા તમારું let's say S receive થાય, then receiver will assume that is the beginning of the frame. Okay, then PPSU જ્યારે બીજી વાર S મળે ત્યારે receiver will assume that this one is the end of the frame. Okay, what is the problem here? This S is appearing in the data parts. S તમારો ડેટામાં appear થાય છે. જે flag તરીકે તમને S નો use કરેલો છે તે જ S તમારો ડેટામાં appear થાય છે. So what is happening at the receiving side? જ્યારે બીજી વાર S મળે, at that time receiver will assume that this one is the end of the frame. Receiver assume કરશે કે this one is the end of the frame, but actually it is ending here. Okay, so to remove that problem, we have another approach that is known as the byte stuffing. Okay, so what happens, જ્યારે તમારો જે flag નો use કર્યો છે, that flag is appearing in the data part. Okay, generally flag is used for beginning and the ending of the frame, but flag જ તમારો ડેટાની અંદર appear થઈ જતો હોય, at that time receiver ને શું લાગે કે તમારો ડેટા અહીંયાથી પતી ગયો છે કે complete થઈ ગયો છે, but actually it is not completed. Okay, so for that we require one technique that is known as the byte stuffing. Okay, so what happened in this byte stuffing technique? Receiver, when it encounters this pattern in the middle of the data, it will think that it has reached the end of the frame. Okay, so for that we require the byte stuffing, in which we are using one more byte. Okay, so in the byte stuffing or the character stuffing, a special byte is added to the data section of the frame when there is a character with the same pattern as the flag. Okay, તમારા flag ની pattern વાળો કોઈ character જ્યારે ડેટામાં appear થાય, તેની આગળ we need to add one extra character sequence. Okay, so this extra character sequence, it is known as the escape character. It is known as the escape character sequence and has a predefined bit pattern. Okay, so whenever the receiver encounters the escape character, it removes it from data section and treats the next character as the data, not as a delimiting or we can say the ending flag. Okay, જ્યારે ડેટાની આગળ જો તમારો escape sequence હોય તો receiver શું કરશે કે escape ને કાઢી નાખશે અને એના પછીનો જે character છે એને as a data consider કરશે, not as a ending of the frame. Okay, so you can see from this example, this is the data from the upper layer. Okay, so here we have appearing one flag sequence in the data section. Okay, જે તમારો data network layer માંથી આવે છે એમાં the problem is જે flag તરીકે તમે જે character નો use કરો છો, that flag is appearing in your data section. Okay, so what happened, we need to perform the byte stuffing. Byte stuffing કોને કહેવાય? તો જે ફ્લેગનો તમે અહીંયા યુઝ કર્યો છે તે જ ફ્લેગ જો તમારો ડેટામાં અપિયર થતો હોય તો ફ્લેગની આગળ વી હેવ ટુ યુઝ ધી એસ્કેપ સિક્વન્સ. ફ્લેગની આગળ આપણે યુઝ કરવાનું એસ્કેપ સિક્વન્સનું. ઓકે, નાઉ ધી સેકન્ડ પ્રોબ્લેમ ઇઝ જો આપણે ફ્લેગની આગળ એસ્કેપ સિક્વન્સનો યુઝ કર્યો છે, નાઉ ઇટ મે પોસિબલ ધેટ તમે જે એસ્કેપ સિક્વન્સનો યુઝ કર્યો છે તે જ એસ્કેપ સિક્વન્સ એઝ અ ડેટા અપિયર થાય છે. ઓકે, ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ અહીંયા આપણે આ ફ્લેગ એઝ અ ડેટા તરીકે અપિયર થતો હતો તો એ રિસીવરને ઇન્ડિકેટ કરવા માટે ફ્લેગની આગળ આપણે એસ્કેપ સિક્વન્સનો યુઝ કર્યો છે. ઓકે, બટ ધી સેકન્ડ પ્રોબ્લેમ ઇઝ જે એસ્કેપ સિક્વન્સનો આપણે યુઝ કર્યો છે તે જ એસ્કેપ સિક્વન્સ એઝ અ ડેટા અપિયર થાય છે. ઓકે, ધેન વોટ ઇઝ ધી સોલ્યુશન? એસ્કેપની આગળ આપણે બીજું એસ્કેપ લગાવી દેવાનું. એસ્કેપની આગળ આપણું બીજું એસ્કેપ એન્ડ we have to send this information to the receiver. Okay, so when the receiver will receive this information, okay, તો પહેલી વસ્તુ કઈ કરશે તો જે પણ જગ્યાએ એસ્કેપ દેખાય છે, ઓકે, જે પણ જગ્યાએ એસ્કેપ દેખાય છે that escape will be removed અને એના પછીનો that flag is considered as the data. ઓકે, તો રિસીવર બાજુ આ એસ્કેપને રિમૂવ કરશે અને flag is considering as your data. ઓકે, સેમ વે એસ્કેપ અને બે એસ્કેપ છે. ઓકે, તો પહેલું એસ્કેપ ફર્સ્ટ એસ્કેપ વિલ બી રિમૂવ, એના પછી જો નેક્સ્ટ એસ્કેપ છે that is considered as your data. Okay, so this is known as the byte stuffing and unstuffing. Okay, the first problem in the byte stuffing is if your flag is appearing in your data parts, then you need to put one escape sequence before that. Okay, so that receiver can remove it and consider the next character as your data, not as a flag. The second problem is if your escape character is appearing in your data section. So at that time we require another escape sequence before the first one. So receiver will remove the first escape and consider the second escape as your data, not as a escape. Okay, so this is known as the byte stuffing and unstuffing. Okay, so we can say that byte stuffing is the process of adding one extra byte whenever there is a flag or escape character in the text. Okay, જ્યારે તમારો flag કે escape sequence જો તમારા ડેટામાં અપિયર થતો હોય તો એની આગળ we need to put one extra escape sequence. That is known as the byte stuffing. Okay, now there is one problem with this byte oriented, or we can say the character oriented approach. Okay, let's say it might not possible that in the universe, okay, in the overall world, everyone is performing this 8-bit character sequence. Okay, if we are saying that there are some systems that are not following this 8-bit character sequence, okay, it may possible that they are following that Unicode system in which the size of the character can be 16-bit or 32-bit. Okay, for example, let's say આપણું સ્ટાન્ડર્ડ છે તો we are following that 8-bit ASCII sequence અને તમે રિસીવરને જે ડેટા મોકલાવો છો that is following that 16-bit Unicode sequence. Okay, સ્ટાન્ડર્ડ તરીકે આપણે 8-bit નો ASCII sequence ફોલો કરીએ છીએ અને રિસીવર is following that 16-bit Unicode sequence. Okay, now here આપણે બધું મોકલાવીએ છીએ that is all everything is multiple of the 8. Okay, તમારા કેરેક્ટર પણ 8-bit ના છે, header is also multiple of 8, tailor is also multiple of 8, flag પણ તમારો 8-bit નો છે. Okay, but if the receiver is following that 16-bit sequence, so what is happen that જે કંઈ પણ ડેટા મોકલાવીએ છીએ that is considered in the group of 16, that is considered in the group of 16, and જે કંઈ પણ મોકલાવ્યું છે એના કરતાં કંઈ અલગ જ રિસીવર બાજુ રિસીવ થાય. Okay, so in the real time there is a tendency to moving from byte oriented protocol to the bit oriented protocol. Okay, so second thing is we need to discuss about the bit oriented protocol. Okay, there is a problem of this we can say the code conversion process in this byte oriented protocol. So we can say that there is a tendency to move to the bit oriented protocol in which we are not worrying about this 16-bit or 32-bit or 8-bit character sequence. Okay, so what happened in the bit oriented framing? So in the bit oriented framing, the data section of a frame is a sequence of bits to be interpreted by the upper layer as text, graphic, audio, video, and so on. Okay, So in case of the bit oriented framing, we are not worrying about the characters. Okay, so we are considering the sequence of bits, that everything is in form of the 0 and 1. Okay, so whatever we are receiving, like the text, graphic, audio, video, that everything on the data link layer is considered as a sequence of 0 1 0 1 0 1. Okay, while in case of the byte oriented framing, whenever anything is received, that is considered as a multiple of 8. Okay, like a 8-bit character sequence, or the header trailer also multiple of 8, or the flag is also 8-bit. Okay, while in case of the bit oriented framing, everything is in form of the bits, that text, graphic, audio, video, everything are in the form of 0 1 0 1 0 1 and 0 1. Okay, so what happened in this technique, that we require one delimiter that used to separate the one frame from the another. Like જે રીતે byte oriented framing માં આપણું flag હતું, that indicating the starting and beginning of the frame. Same way in the bit oriented framing, we require one 8-bit character sequence that are used to indicate the beginning and ending of the frame. Okay, so here we are using the 8-bit pattern flag, that is the 0 followed by 6 1 followed by 0. Okay, 0 followed by 6 1 followed by 0. So this indicate the beginning and ending of the frame. Okay, 0 પછી 8 1 follow થતા, એના પછી જો 0 આવતો હોય, so that indicate the beginning of the frame, and in the end also we are using the 0 followed by 8 1 by followed by 0. Okay, so this 8-bit flag indicate the beginning and ending of the frame. Okay, so here there is a data from the upper layer, so we are not worrying whether there are multiple of 8 or not. Okay, like in the byte oriented we need to worry that everything should be in the multiple of 8, but અહીંયા જે કંઈ પણ ડેટા તમારો રિસીવર નેટવર્ક લેયર પરથી આવે છે, that can be embedded in this data parts. Okay, then the next step is we need to add the header and trailer. Header માં આપણું source MAC, destination MAC, અને trailer માં આપણી control information like the CRC or divisor or JCM flow control information that require, that we will put in this trailer part. And the third part is we need to add this flag. What is the flag? So 0 followed by 6 1 followed by 0, that indicate the beginning of the frame. 0 followed by 6 1 followed by 0, that indicate the ending of the frame. Okay, so this is known as the bit oriented protocol. So here we are worrying about only the 0 1 0 1. Okay, so the data can be also variable size, header can be also variable size, trailer can be also variable size, but the main thing is that 0 followed by 6 1 followed by 0, that indicate the beginning of the frame. 0 followed by 6 1 followed by 0, that indicate the ending of the frame. Now what can be problem in this bit oriented protocol? So there is the same problem as character oriented protocol, that if your flag is appearing in the data section, then receiver will assume that this one is the end of the frame, but actually it is not. Okay, જ્યારે તમારો flag in data માં appear થાય, તો receiver assume કરશે કે this one is the end of the frame, but actually it is not. Okay, so if the flag patterns appeared in the data, we need to somehow inform the receiver that this is not the end of the frame. Okay, so we do this by stuffing one single bit to prevent the pattern from looking like a flag. So the strategy is called that bit stuffing. Okay, so how the bit stuffing is going to be worked? Okay, we know that our flag is 0 followed by 6 1 followed by 0. Okay, so what we have to do in the bit stuffing, જ્યારે 0 પછી જો તમારા 5 1 આવતા હોય, at that time we need to add one extra 0. 0 પછી જો 5 1 આવતા હોય, તો એના પછી we need to add one extra 0 to prevent it from looking like this flag. Okay, so 0 5 1 પછી છઠ્ઠા 1 સુધી વેઇટ નથી કરવાની આપણે. 0 પછી 5 1, એના પછી we need to put one extra 0 to not looking like the flag. Okay, so we'll take one example. So bit stuffing is the process of adding one extra 0 whenever 5 consecutive ones follow a 0 in the data, so that the receiver does not mistake the pattern 0 followed by 6 1 followed by 0 for a flag. Okay, so here you can say that this is your data from upper layer. Okay, here we have the flag. So what can be the value of the flag? So flag is 0 followed by 61 followed by 0, and same way in the trailer 0, same way in the last flag 0 followed by 61 followed by 0. Okay, now આ જે કંઈ પણ ડેટા આવે છે તે અપર લેયરમાંથી you can see here that here 0 followed by 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, 0 પછી 5 1 આવે છે. Okay, so what is the meaning of bit stuffing? 0 પછી 5 1 આવે છે, so it may possible that receiver આ જે વસ્તુ છે એને assume કરે કે that is this one is the end of the frame. Okay, so to remove that problem આપણે શું કરવાનું, 0 પછી જો 5 1 આવતા હોય, 0 પછી જો 5 1 આવતા હોય, then we need to stuff one extra 0. Okay, so 0 પછી 5 1 છે, એના પછી 1 extra 0 is there. This is known as the byte stuffing. Okay, same problem is appearing here. 0 પછી જો 5 1 આવે છે, 1 2 3 4 5, so again we need to add one extra 0. Okay, so this is known as the bit stuffing. Okay, 0 પછી જ્યારે પણ 5 1 આવે છે તમારા ડેટામાં, then we require one extra 0. Okay, so what happened at the receiving side? Receiver શું કરવાનું કે 0 પછી જો 5 1 આવે છે અને એના પછી જો 0 છે, then receiver will remove it. Okay, receiver શું કરશે, 0 પછી 5 1 એના પછી પણ જો 0 આવે છે, that 0 will be removed. Okay, so this 0 will be removed by the receiver. Same thing is happening here. 0 followed by 5 1 followed by 0. Okay, so આ જે કંઈ પણ extra 0 add કર્યું છે, that is removed at the receiving side. Okay, so after unstuffing that extra 0, now we have the original data. Okay, so this is known as the bit stuffing and unstuffing. Okay, so what is the problem that આપણે જે flag નો use કરીએ છીએ 0 followed by 61 followed by 0, that might appear in your data section. Okay, so what we have to do, જ્યારે 0 ડેટા સેક્શનમાં 0 પછી જો 5 1 આવતા હોય, then we need to stuff extra 0. 0 પછી જ્યારે પણ 5 1 આવે છે, we need to stuff extra 0. 0 5 1 પછી we have add one extra 0. receiver બાજુ 0 પછી 5 1 એના પછી જો 0 છે, that should be removed by the receiver. 0 followed by 5 1 એના પછી પણ જે 0 છે, that should be removed by the receiver. So this is known as the bit stuffing and bit unstuffing. Okay, so here you can have some exercise that byte stuff the following frame payload, in which E is your escape byte, F is the flag byte, and D is a data byte other than an escape or a flag character. Okay, so you can see that this one is the data that is received from the network layer, and we are using the byte stuffing approach. Okay, now what is the problem? For that we require the byte stuffing. The reason is જે કંઈ પણ તમે flag કે escape નો use કર્યો છે, that is appearing in your data parts. Okay, so for example અહીંયા જો flag આવી જાય, અહીંયા flag આવી ગયો છે, તો receiver assume કરી શકે કે this one is the end of the frame. Okay, so for that we require the escape sequence. But escape sequence જો તમારો ડેટામાં appear થતો હોય, તો escape ની આગળ we need to put one extra escape sequence. Okay, so અહીંયા કેટલા escape sequence જોઈશે? Okay, તો પહેલા તો આ E ની આગળ બીજો એક કી આવશે. ઓકે, E ની આગળ E ની પહેલા બીજો E આવશે. ઓકે, F ની પહેલા બીજો એક કી આવશે. ઓકે, I ની પહેલા બીજો એક કી, અને I ની પહેલા બીજો E. ઓકે, અને આ F ની પહેલા બીજો એક કી. ઓકે, so total we require the your data will be D, then E not okay, D, then E, D, E, F, D, E, D, E, F, and D. This is your data that will send to the receiver. Okay, so E ની આગળ પણ E લાગશે, F ની આગળ પણ E લાગશે, E ની આગળ E લાગશે, E ની આગળ E લાગશે, અને F ની આગળ E લાગશે, and that will send to the receiver. Receiver શું કરશે? તો E ની આગળનો જે E છે, that will be removed, and this E can be considered as your data. Okay, so this is your data that is received by the receiver. For example, this is the second example. This is not related with this one. This is your second example. Okay, in which you can see that this is the data that is received by the receiver. Receiver શું કરવાનું? તો પહેલા E ની આગળનો E. So this E is removed, and this E can be considered as your data. Same way, this E is removed and F is considered as your data. this is remove and f is considered as your data. This is remove and f is considered as your data. Okay, and finally the ending of the frame. Okay. So actually this is the only data section. Data ની આગળ header આવશે, trailer આવશે. Okay, whenever આપણે data મોકલે receiver ને ત્યારે આખા data ની આગળ પહેલા અહીંયા header આવશે, એની પાછળ trailer આવશે, header ની આગળ flag આવશે અને છેલ્લે બીજો એક flag આવશે. Okay, so the complete information that we are sending માં પહેલા આખો આપણો data section આવશે. Data section માં અહીંયા header આવશે, trailer આવશે, header ની આગળ flag આવશે અને trailer પછી આપણો flag આવશે. Then you need to apply the bit stuffing. Bit stuffing માં શું કરવાનું છે કે 0 પછી જો 5 1 appear થતા હોય, then you need to put one extra 0. You can see here that 0 પછી 1 2 3 4 5 1 આવે છે. So here we require one extra 0. Okay, 0 પછી 5 1, then we require one extra 0. Okay, 0, then we have followed by 5 1 2 3 4 5. So here required one extra 0. Okay, same way here 0 followed by 5 1 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5, then we require one extra 0. Okay, then 0. Okay, so we require total 3 0 that should be bit stuff. Okay, then unstuff કરીએ આપણે ત્યારે 0 પછી you can see here that 0 followed by 5 1, એના પછી જે extra 0 છે that should be removed. So this 0 will be removed. 0 પછી 5 1 છે, then this 0 is also removed at the receiving side. Okay, 0 પછી okay 0 followed by 5 1. Okay, so this 0 is also removed. So this is known as the bit stuffing and bit unstuffing. Bit stuffing માં શું થાય, 0 પછી 5 1 આવતા હોય, then એના પછી આપણે એક extra 0 મૂકવાનું. અને unstuffing માં શું થાય, તો 0 પછી 5 1 અને એના પછી જે 0 આવતો હોય that we have to remove. Okay, so this is known as the bit stuffing and bit unstuffing. Okay, okay, next thing is flow control. Okay, so that we will discuss